Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel.
Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges in May.
The judge has denied bail for Sean Diddy Combs. Of course, this was the hip-hop mogul's.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
Sean Diddy Combs, the iconic mogul of the music industry, now finds himself at the center of one of the most dramatic legal battles in entertainment history. His emotional reaction to receiving a life sentence has ignited the internet, leaving fans and followers in shock. From social media posts to breaking news stories, the ripple effects of this moment are everywhere. How did one of the world's most powerful figures reach such a point? And what does this mean for his legacy? Let's dive into the gripping saga of Diddy's fall from grace. On a fateful evening in September 2024, Sean Diddy Combs was apprehended in dramatic fashion at New York City's luxurious Park Hyatt Hotel.
And this is the hotel where Sean Combs was arrested a week ago. You can now see how that arrest went down.
The arrest wasn't just another celebrity headline, it was the culmination of a sprawling investigation that had been building for nearly a year. What began as whispers about his personal life exploded into a federal case involving allegations of racketeering, human trafficking, and conspiracy. It all started back in November 2023 when singer Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend, filed a bombshell lawsuit. She accused Diddy of horrifying crimes, including sexual assault and human trafficking. At first, many dismissed her claims as an attempt to tarnish a powerful man's reputation.
A lawsuit filed against Sean Diddy Combs accuses the music performer and executive of rape, physical abuse, and sex trafficking.
But as more victims stepped forward with eerily similar stories, public sentiment shifted, and a federal investigation kicked into high gear. The FBI raid on Diddy's sprawling mansion earlier that year was a turning point. Agents uncovered evidence that painted a grim picture: kidnapping, arson, bribery, forced labor, and obstruction of justice. What initially seemed like a personal scandal quickly spiraled into one of the most significant criminal cases in recent memory. The raid revealed meticulous records allegedly detailing a web of criminal activities spanning years.
2 homes owned by rapper P. Diddy in the United States have been raided as part of an investigation into sex trafficking.
Federal agents are searching the house of Sean Diddy Combs here in Los Angeles, looking for what they believe is evidence that will help them build a case against the rapper.
Documents and digital communications connected Diddy to operations that extended beyond personal misconduct, hinting at a larger, more organized network. When Diddy appeared in court, the atmosphere was tense. Prosecutors presented a chilling narrative of manipulation and abuse, spanning over a decade. Homeland Security Special Agent William S. Walker delivered a scathing statement. Today, we dismantle the illusion that anyone is above the law. The evidence reveals a disturbing history of exploitation, and justice will prevail thanks to the courage of victims who have endured unimaginable pain. The courtroom was packed with journalists, activists, and supporters of both sides, creating a spectacle that underscored the trial's importance. While Diddy's defense team, led by attorney Mark Agnifilo, argued that their client was being unfairly targeted as a successful black businessman, the prosecution countered with damning evidence. Testimonies from victims painted a picture of a man who allegedly used his wealth and influence to control, exploit, and harm others. Among the key pieces of evidence were recorded phone calls and messages that allegedly captured Diddy issuing threats to victims and associates. These revelations not only supported the victims' testimonies, but also exposed the extent of Diddy's reach in attempting to silence opposition. Witness after witness described a systematic pattern of intimidation, reinforcing the prosecution's argument that his wealth and status created a shield of invulnerability. Cassie's lawsuit was the catalyst for the investigation, and her testimony remains one of the most shocking elements of the case. She described how Diddy allegedly lured her to a yacht under false pretenses, offering her drugs and coercing her into non-consensual acts. Trapped in the middle of the ocean with no way to escape, she endured a weekend of abuse that set the tone for their toxic relationship. As their relationship continued, Cassie claimed that Diddy escalated his behavior. According to her, he forced her into degrading encounters, sometimes involving other people, while recording the events without her consent. These recordings became a tool for manipulation, with Diddy allegedly using them to assert his control. One particularly disturbing detail involved Cassie requiring IV drips after these encounters, a grim testament to the physical toll she endured.
The transition was actually me going and working with completely other different producers. And recently I'm still on Bad Boy, but I've moved over to Interscope, so that's been part of the period of, space and time.
Her testimony was corroborated by others who came forward, adding weight to the allegations. Cassie also spoke of how Diddy's manipulation extended to her career, leveraging his influence to sabotage her opportunities whenever she tried to break free. The psychological and emotional scars, she noted, were just as debilitating as the physical harm. As the trial unfolded, a video clip of Diddy in court went viral. In the footage, he is seen reacting visibly to the judge's announcement of a life sentence. Some described his expression as one of disbelief, while others speculated that he was grappling with the weight of his actions finally catching up to him. The clip became an instant sensation, sparking debates across social media. "Is this the end of an empire?" tweeted one user, capturing the sentiment of many fans who once idolized the music mogul. The viral nature of the clip highlighted society's evolving relationship with celebrity downfall. Memes flooded platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, some mocking Diddy's reaction while others called for empathy. Many pointed out the broader implications of the case, questioning whether it marked a watershed moment for accountability in entertainment. Diddy's defense team isn't going down without a fight. Mark Agnifilo has adopted a strategy reminiscent of past high-profile cases.
I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible. I'm going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult.
Arguing that Diddy is being unfairly targeted because of his race and celebrity status. If Sean Combs weren't a successful black entrepreneur, we wouldn't even be here today, Agnifilo declared in a press statement. He has also attempted to shift focus onto the personal lives of the accusers, including Cassie. By highlighting her alleged drug use and the tumultuous nature of their relationship, Agnifilo aims to discredit her claims. However, critics argue that this approach only underscores the power dynamics that made Diddy's actions possible in the first place. Observers noted that Agnifilo's strategy reflected a broader issue of victim blaming in legal defense tactics. Advocacy groups criticized the approach, emphasizing the courage it takes for survivors to come forward in such high-profile cases. Diddy's case has shed light on the hidden abuses within the entertainment industry. Many are now questioning how such behavior could go unchecked for so long. The allegations against Diddy are not isolated incidents. They are part of a broader pattern of exploitation and abuse that has plagued the music world for decades. The bravery of victims like Cassie and others has sparked a wider conversation about accountability in an industry where power often shields wrongdoing. As one Instagram post put it, "It's time to clean house. No more excuses for predators hiding behind fame and fortune."
The Special Housing Unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell.
The ripple effects of the case extend to other industry figures, with whispers of similar allegations against other high-profile individuals. Legal analysts believe this could be the start of a larger movement within entertainment, much like the hashtag #MeToo wave that transformed Hollywood. As Diddy awaits further court proceedings, his once mighty empire hangs in the balance. His legal team is scrambling to appeal the sentence, but the public's perception has already shifted. Brands and collaborators have distanced themselves, and his legacy is under siege. For the victims, the verdict is a step toward justice, but the fight is far from over. Legal experts predict that more lawsuits and investigations will emerge as others find the courage to come forward. The entertainment industry itself is under scrutiny, with demands for greater transparency and stronger safeguards to prevent abuse. The public remains deeply divided. While some fans are heartbroken over the fall of a music legend, others see his downfall as a necessary reckoning. Social media continues to buzz with opinions, memes, and debates about what this case means for the future of the entertainment industry. Meanwhile, Diddy's loyal fan base has launched a social media campaign calling for his release, using hashtags like #JusticeForDiddy. However, these efforts have been met with equally passionate calls for accountability, underscoring the polarized nature of the public discourse. Diddy's reaction to his life sentence has gone viral, sparking a firestorm of emotions and conversations. Is this the end of an era, or will his legal team find a way to turn the tide? And what does this case reveal about the dark underbelly of the music industry? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think justice is being served, or is Diddy being unfairly targeted? Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on this and other major stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over.